Blue collar, white collar, black professors, white scholars, politicians, Dalai Lamas. Everybody in the whole wide world need hope if I be honest. I'm in that number.
Welcome to another episode of the Rob Report. I'm your host, Robert BOBTV Brown. You see that knucklehead right here? That fool is at it again. The madman of Gadara, straight out of the Bible, is at it again. This nut Wayne knuckle case who just get a boner for war, get aroused, drool. If he see a missile, he'll smack it on the behind. Take that, take that. The chief of warmongers, all he do is sleep, eat, war. This fool is about to derail the peace talk in North Korea with his big blab mouth. This is from the AP. North Korea takes aim at Bolten in summit threat. In Tokyo, North Korea has a message for the United States President Donald Trump ahead of next month's summit. Yeah, Donald Trump. Of all people, Mr. You're Fired, Mr. Apprentice, been on just about every movie from Macaulay Culkin, Home Alone, you know, Mr. Hollywood himself, Mr. New York, not Mr. Obama, not Bernie Sanders, not George Bush, not Daddy Bush, not Clinton, but Donald freaking Trump. Donald freaking Trump is being held as one of the persons who's bringing North Korea and South Korea pretty much to peace. Now, predicated, they did it pretty much on their own because they say Donald Trump is a madman. He's going to try to get all us killed. So we need to get together and push back against him as a team, because killing you all and them killing us is going to kill majority of the Korean race. It's going to be a genocide ushered by Donald Trump and nutwings like this fool, Bolten and Mike Pompeo. North Korea has a message for U.S. President Donald Trump ahead of next month's summit. Don't listen to your new hardline national security advisor, John Bolten. I agree with him. Don't listen to him, Donald Trump. Fire his behind. He's a nutwing. He's a nutcase. Why did you put this crazy fool? Did somebody give you some kind of advice? Did you go to Kenneth Copeland and did you go to Paul Wright and all of them about that? I believe they got a little wisdom. Did you talk to your spiritual advisor whether they have this nutwing on or not? Because I'm quite sure God, and I know some of you don't believe in God, I do. I'm quite sure God is not for the genocide of the Korean people whom he loved and created. But you got a madman on your staff. Just ushered him in, and then you got Mike Pompeo, and then this woman who's the CIA, who's a mad woman. You trying to build a Nazi regime? Are you trying to build a police state with these nutwings? Trump, get rid of these people. Handle your boy, man. Get rid of him. He's going to derail this. And North Korea is letting you know. This fool talking out the side of his mouth, he's talking about, I'm not going to go out like Gaddafi, and I'm not going to go out like Saddam Hussein, and I'm going to follow the lead of Assad. You ain't going to be doing that. I'm going to get some kind of backup. Assad got Russia as his backup. My missiles is my backup, and if you don't handle your boys, I'm stopping this. The deal is off. After announcing early Wednesday that it was pulling out of high-level talks with Seoul because of new rounds of U.S. South Korean military exercise, the North took aim at Bolten and said it might have to reconsider whether to proceed with the summit between Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, because it doubts how seriously Washington actually wants peaceful dialogue. In other words, he's saying, look here, me and the South Korean president, we cool. We gonna fix this with or without you. As a matter of fact, I personally believe the Nobel Peace Prize shouldn't go to Donald Trump, because he's a megalomaniac and he's killed people and he's bombed people. He's doing drone strikes. He's trying to break Obama's record. He's the one financing Wahhabism. He's going to talk about the Wahhabism in Iran, which is mostly a Shiite, not Wahhabism, John Bolten. But the one in Saudi Arabia, we're going to finance them, give them weapons, and help them blockade Yemen. They're blockading Yemen, starving people to death, Trump, your fingerprints is all over that. So no, you do not qualify. Sorry, HA. You do not qualify for the Nobel Peace Prize. But the South Korean president and North Korean president, they can get this deal done with or without Trump. They deserve a Nobel Peace Prize. Trump, they need to do it without you, whether you like it or not. And they're saying, look, we would love to get you involved in this thing, but look, we're going to do it without you or not. You can't handle your boy. I'm not going out like no punk. I'm not going out like a punk. The North Korean took aim at Bolten and said it might have to reconsider whether to proceed with the summit between Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un because it doubts how seriously Washington actually wants peaceful dialogue. The move gives the clearest indication yet of North Korea mindset heading into the summit scheduled for June 12th in Singapore. Though North Korea has been for the most part silent about its intention for the meeting, the announcement underscored two of the biggest concerns: the future of nearly 30,000 U.S. troops in South Korea and claims coming out of Washington lately that sanctions and Trump's maximum pressure policy are what drove Kim to the negotiation table. But defanging Bolten, the most militant of Trump advisors, is now also apparently a major priority. We do not hide our feelings of repugnance toward him, North Korea said of Bolten in a statement attributed by state-run media to senior foreign minister official Kim Kai-wan. A hardliner's hardliner, Bolten was a key advisor to President George W. Bush when the U.S. tore up a nuclear agreement with North Korea in 2002. The North conducted its first nuclear test 4 years later, thanks to Bolten. In August, Bolten defended the idea of a preventive military strike against North, and last month suggested negotiation in 2004 that led to the shipping of nuclear components to the U.S. from Libya under Muammar Gaddafi would be a great model for North Korea. In other words, he's saying we're going to use the same blueprint that we did with Gaddafi, we'll use it with North Korea. Dude, you realize he know about that? You do realize he studied that? You do realize he made a demand that he's not going to let that happen to him, boss. So talk all your stuff, Bolten, and get yourself in the situation where you can derail talks between Trump and Un in a possible relationship and possible peace. Well, peace is going to happen anyway. But keep running your mouth, you big mouth megalomaniac, nutcase, nutwing, psychopath, sociopath. Not surprisingly, North Korea bristled at the mention of Libya. Gaddafi, who agreed to abandon his fledgling nuclear program, and he tried to make nice with America after we done killed his family, killed this little girl. He still tried to play ball with America. And a lot of people in Libya didn't like it, and that's where the so-called rebellion came, because he began to try to kiss up to American because he saw what happened to Saddam Hussein. He said, oh, what's going on? I don't want that. I'm giving up my weapons. Listen here, Doc. Whether you give up the weapons or not, my country has a history. I love the country in general, the people of the country, and I love the United States, but the government leaders suck. They will stab you in the back anytime. Anytime. You cannot trust them. Gaddafi trusted them, and they killed them. Shook hands, kissed. All these leaders from France, just tried his best to open up, met with them, and they stabbed him in the back. Even met with Hillary Clinton, and she was plotting to kill him all this time. And you think I should have voted for that nutwing too? And the same thing with Nancy Pelosi. All I'm going down to meet Assad. Assad said, nah, you ain't going to get me, bro. I'm going to get myself so tied up with Russia, you'll be a fool to mess with me, because you mess with me, you're going to mess with a superpower too. You ain't the only superpower around. He's smart. He pretty much gave up his weapons, put them on the ship, and Obama wrote it off, and but he said, look, I may not have my weapons, but I got friends, and my friends is Russia. North Korea is the same thing. North Korea's statement. Let me finish. Gaddafi, who agreed to abandon his fledgling nuclear program, was later deposed after a 42-year reign and was killed in 2011. by American-supported oppositions. A lot of them was ISIS. The year Kim assumed power in North Korea while his country spiraled into chaos. So Kim saw all this stuff. Kim saw how we financed a militant army to take out Gaddafi. Kim saw how we use our air support to allow them to go within different regions, even the red zone of Libya where Gaddafi had, drag him out and kill him on live TV. Kim Jong-un said, that's not going to happen to me. North Korea's statement Wednesday did not directly criticize Trump or the Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, who has made 2 trips to the North to lay the groundwork for the summit. Instead, it stressed that North Korea welcomes Trump's position for ending the deep-rooted hostilities between their country and conclude that if the Trump administration approached the summit with a sincere desire to improve relationship, the results will be positive. It warned, however, of a ridiculous comedy if Trump listened to Bolton and quasi-patriots who insist on abandoning nuclear weapons first, compensation afterwards. We have already stated our intention for denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula, and we made it clear on several occasions that precondition for denuclearization is to put an end to anti-DPRK hostile policies and nuclear threats and blackmail in the United States. The statement said, using abbreviation for the North Korea official name, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. In other words, he's renaming the country, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, the DPRK, which is pretty much known the name. And he said, look, let's be for real. No joking. Jokes aside, let's get down to business. None of this bull crap. None of this blackmailing, threats, and all that kind of stuff. Let's just be adults here and just come to agreement and have a good relationship. I'm willing. I'm standing in the olive branch first. But now that the U.S. is miscalculating the magnanimity and broad-minded initiative of the DPRK as a sign of weakness and trying to embellish and advertise as if these are the products of its sanction and pressure, it added, dude, your sanction and pressure didn't cause this. It did not cause this, Republicans, Trump supporters, Democratic. Trump sanction did not cause this man to make that decision. The simple fact that you're threatening to kill you're threatening genocide of the Korean people, because if you threaten the bomb North Korea going to threaten to bomb South Korea and different other parts in the region. It's just going to be an automatic trigger. Of course, certain people in life will love to manipulate that and get rid of a whole entire race, get rid of the Korean people, because it's just going to be automatic. If the United States rain fire and fury, then North Korea is going to rain fire and fury on South Korea, and it's going to eliminate the race. He realized what this is, so he decided to say, hey, let me get with the leader of South Korea and let's save our race. It has nothing to do with you, Trump. You play a part of it, but they're going to do this with or without you. If you listen to John Bolten, they ain't going to have nothing to do with it. They're inviting you in this. Like I said, they deserve the peace prize. North Korea dual move Wednesday can be seen as an attempt by Kim to fortify his position. In the announcement issued hours before the anti-Bolton statement, North Korea said it was pulling out of talks in the demilitarized zone that were supposed to be held later Wednesday with senior South Korean officials because of the military maneuvers that began early this week. Yet we're still trying to get close to, we're still doing things to kind of derail this. Shame on America. Annually, military drills between Washington and Seoul have long been a major source of contention between the Koreans. But the current exercise, called Max Thunder, are particularly sensitive from North Korea's perspective because they reportedly involve nuclear-capable B-52 bombers and F-22 stealth fighters. Trump, hold your people back, man. Hold our people back. Let this happen. You're trying to derail this. The North fears the aircraft could be used to carry out a preemptive nuclear attack or a precision strike that would target Kim and his top lieutenants. The kind of thing Bolton advocated publicly before taking the current office. but Kim has already won one round of bargaining on the military front. At South Korean President Moon Jae-in's request, Washington agreed to delay the much larger Full Eagle Key Resolve drills in the spring because of the North-South diplomacy surrounding February Winter Olympics in South Korea. Kim told visiting Korean officials in March that he understood the drill would take place, but expressed hope that they would be modified once the situation on the Korean peninsula has stabilized, according to South Korean government. North Korea announced regarding the talks on Wednesday was in keeping with that position, and by playing the Doves against the Hawks in Seoul and Washington, it too might have been made with Bolten in mind. Bolten is a nutcase. So the bottom line is this: President Trump, you want to be involved with this thing? You want to be involved with history and doing something great, not just for America, but for the world? Handle your boy. Shut his mouth, put a gag order. Matter of fact, fire and get rid of his butt. And also fire that CIA chick that's trying to run for office. Yeah, I said chick. Get rid of her too. She don't need to be involved in anything. Fire these, get rid of these nut wings, man. If you're going to make America great, you can't be using Bush people. You can't be using these megalomaniacs. You can't be using these psychos and putting them in office. You know what that make you look like? A psycho. But then again, half the people in Washington, D.C. are psychos. I'm Robert Brown, BOBTV, Freedom on Fire, The Rob Report. Peace. Hey, if you like the content, please like it, share it through all the social media platforms. If you have not subscribed, make sure you stop me right now and subscribe. Don't just subscribe, but hit the notification bell like that, a little bell. You gotta click that. That'll let you know when I'm dropping a video. Whoop, there it is. And by all means, if you want to support through Patreon, I appreciate people who appreciate the program and want to donate to the cause on BOBTV. And I'm Robert Brown with the Rob Report. Peace.